sports. And we've got C.D. Lamb. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot of coasting as people head towards the playoffs. But I do have to ask, January 7th, is it too late to say it? We're kind of right on the borderline, aren't we, about Happy New Year? Because that always seems to be the subject of debate.
But right away, they'll change the look. Prescott looks to throw right away. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Prescott. Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. So, C.D., here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. And bringing them out, the former Tar Heel, second-year pro, Sam Howell.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Ellison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
It's caught left side by Cooks. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Ellison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Aubrey now for the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. From the end zone, here's and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they've clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows? You might get on one of those magical runs.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Faking the handoff. Howell work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Howell from the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall defense in the league.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Powell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Let's go.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 36-yard line.
They'll go play action. Powell. And that one too wide and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10.
Powell looking to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Throwing here, Howell. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire, all the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way, and he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout.
Brandon Cooks. He's on his way. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from going up by 30. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Commanders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, Howe loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterback.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. And running with power here. Oh, another great move. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On first down, Ellison. There's the stiff arm. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Howell. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On play action, Prescott. Flushed out right.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
First down, Howell to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. And he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Aubrey now for the point after.
And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
And the ball is knocked out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Powell. They'll set it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Pass complete. He's got Hendershot.
And out of bounds right around the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2nd down, Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Aubrey good with the PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Odighizuwa in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. 3rd and long. Here's Howell.
And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys.
He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Cowboys are pouring it on.
The kicker on
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Washington ready to try again on offense.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Throw. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
At the 44-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Prescott on first down. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Commanders nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that...
Oh, Howe loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. Still shedding tackles. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. Oh, Howe loses it. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And we'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right. And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard
Robinson up the middle. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
42-yard line.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. This is caught by Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
There he goes left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st down, Howell. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they go play action with Howell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think.
Oh, Howell loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their 1st drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Commanders, nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now a handoff up the middle. And oh, he coughed it up.
could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Quick throw complete. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And Howe will throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Cooks flashing the footwork. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Ellison, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, Ellison. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 98 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
That one caught by Ellison. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
He's into the secondary.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Byron Pringle now to return it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now.
Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Howell.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10, Howell. Out left to Dotson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Staying on his feet. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. On first down, Ellison. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He was taken down by Quan Martin. A gain of 5. First down, Dallas.
First down, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 40 yards. And the Cowboys look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Howell's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Howell.
That's Samuel caught left side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Howell down to throw it. Samuel bringing in the slant.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb, 81 yards. And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Washington offense heading out. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
They run the draw here with Robinson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And that went to the right side and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is